Oh my gosh, you guys, did you see that sparkly cave opening behind the waterfall? I swear I saw rainbow crystals glowing in there. We absolutely have to check it out. My horn is practically tingling with magical energy just thinking about it. Plus, I bet there are some super rare gems in there that would look amazing on friendship bracelets.
Mabel, I don't know if that's such a good idea. My grandmother always told stories about crystal caves being guarded by ancient magic, and some of them test the worthiness of those who enter. But then again, my horn has been glowing that soft blue color all morning, which usually means something magical is calling to me. Maybe we're meant to discover whatever's in it together.
Ugh, seriously? You two want to go spelunking in some creepy cave just because it's shiny? That's exactly the kind of reckless behavior I'd expect from. Wait, actually, my horn is doing that weird warm tingling thing too, and it only does that when there's something really valuable nearby. Fine, but if we're doing this, we're doing it right. I'm bringing rope, flashlights, and emergency supplies because I refuse to get trapped in some magical death cave.
Yes, adventure time. And don't worry, Pacifica, I've got my emergency candy stash and my lucky sweater. What could possibly go wrong? Besides, if the crystals in there are as beautiful as they looked from outside, we might discover something that could help other creatures in Monster Falls. My unicorn intuition is telling me this is going to be the best day ever.
Well, if we're really doing this, I should mention that I've been practicing some new magic with my horn lately. I can create small light orbs now, so we won't be completely in the dark. And Pacifica's right about being prepared. My mom always says hope for the best but pack snacks for the worst. I just hope whatever magic is in that cave recognizes that our intentions are pure.
Great, so we're all agreed on this completely insane plan. Let me just say for the record that when we inevitably run into some ancient crystal guardian or magical booby trap, I am not sharing my expensive emergency granola bars with anyone who didn't listen to my very reasonable concerns about proper cave exploration protocol. But I have to admit, there's something about that cave that's calling to me too.
Ooh, what if the cave has a magical test for each of us? Like, it could challenge our friendship and teamwork and stuff. I've read about places like that in my supernatural romance novels. They always make the characters realize how much they mean to each other through dangerous but ultimately heartwarming trials.
That's actually not as far-fetched as it sounds, Mabel. In Chinese folklore, crystal caves often serve as trials to test character and bonds between companions. If that's what we're walking into, we'll need to trust each other completely and be honest about our fears and strengths. I'm scared, but I'm also excited. This could be exactly the kind of adventure that brings us closer together.
Oh, wonderful. So not only are we potentially risking our lives for some sparkly rocks, but we might also have to do trust falls and share our feelings while we're at it. Perfect. Just perfect. Although, I suppose if I'm going to be emotionally vulnerable and possibly die in a cave, I'd rather do it with you two than anyone else in this weird monster town.
Oh, Pacifica, see? You do care about us. This is already working. The magic of friendship is starting before we even get to the crystals. I bet by the time we get out of that cave, we'll be like super best friends forever and ever, and maybe we'll each get a cool crystal that represents our bond.
Before we get too carried away with friendship magic, maybe we should actually figure out how to get behind that waterfall without getting completely soaked. My horn's magic doesn't work as well when I'm dripping wet. And I have a feeling we're going to need all the magical help we can get once we're inside that cave.
Finally, someone's talking sense. I know a path around the back of the waterfall. My family used to own property up here before. Well, before everything changed. There's a narrow ledge that should keep us mostly dry, but we'll have to go single file and be very careful not to slip on the wet rocks.
This is so exciting. A secret path, a mysterious cave, crystal magic, and my two best friends. This is like every adventure story I've ever read come to life. I promise I'll try not to get too bouncy and knock anyone off the ledge, but I can't guarantee my hooves won't do a little happy dancing.
Just remember, Mabel, happy dancing is great, but focused stepping is better when we're on a narrow, wet ledge above rushing water. I'll go in the middle so I can catch either of you if you start to slip, and my light magic might help us see the path better once we get closer to the cave entrance.
I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but stay close to me, guys. That water is deeper and more dangerous than it looks, and despite what you might think, I actually don't want either of you to fall and get hurt. Plus, if something happens to you too, I'll be stuck exploring a potentially deadly magical cave all by myself, which is definitely not on my agenda.
Oh, you do care. Group hug after we get past the scary water part. But seriously, thank you for knowing the safe way, Pacifica. I probably would have just charged straight through the waterfall and gotten us all soaked and possibly swept away, which would have been way less fun than finding magical crystals.
Okay, I can see the cave entrance now, and wow, those crystals are even more beautiful up close. They're pulsing with this gentle rhythm, almost like they're breathing or waiting for something. My horn is responding to them. It's getting brighter the closer we get. I think the cave definitely knows we're here.
Great, so the magical cave is aware of our presence. That's not ominous at all. Well, we've come this far, and I refuse to be the one who chickens out now. But I'm going on record as saying that if these crystals start talking to us or demanding we solve riddles, I am not equipped for mystical conversations before lunch.
Oh my gosh, what if they do talk to us? That would be so cool. I've always wanted to have a conversation with magical crystals. Maybe they'll tell us the secrets of Monster Falls, or give us special powers, or show us visions of the future where we're all successful and happy and still best friends.
The energy coming from inside the cave feels welcoming, actually. Not threatening like I expected. It's warm and curious, like it wants to learn about us as much as we want to learn about it. I think maybe this isn't a test cave after all, maybe it's more like a discovery cave. A place where we can learn something important about ourselves and our magic.
Well, that's slightly less terrifying than a death trap, I suppose. Although knowing our luck, it's probably both welcoming and dangerous in that special way that Monster Falls seems to specialize in. But fine, let's go meet these supposedly friendly magical crystals and see what they want to show us about ourselves or whatever.
This is it, guys, the adventure of a lifetime. Whatever happens in there, we'll face it together, and we'll come out stronger and probably sparklier than when we went in. Plus, think of all the amazing stories we'll have to tell. Ready to discover what the Crystal Cavern Challenge is all about?
As ready as anyone can be for magical crystal cave exploration, I guess. Just remember, no matter what we encounter in there, we stick together and we trust each other. My grandmother always said that the strongest magic comes from bonds between friends who truly care about each other's well-being.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be to potentially have my entire worldview changed by talking rocks. Let's just get this over with before I come to my senses and realize how completely insane this whole plan is. But thank you guys for including me in your crazy adventures. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm kind of glad we're doing this together.